Well, good morning, and sorry it's taken 4 months to get back to this game. It took a lot longer to be able to record again than I thought it would, but we're back and going into Fort Romulus for some royal blood, I suppose. This should be a pretty easy mission. Well, not necessarily easy, but it should be a pretty short mission. This is one of the few fort missions in the game. Now, I see that circle in the center. I think that is a red herring, and I should not take it. Because I'm pretty sure that will count as a neutral location, which means if I take it, it is an automatic capture no matter who I send. Yeah, we have to get through their double walls. It's one of the few fort missions in the game. Now, one of the interesting things with a fortress siege like this is you can never replay it. So this is your only opportunity to do this. Okay, only air units can access the fortress directly. Otherwise, we have to go through the gates and destroy them. Fair enough. They'll be preoccupied by the gates, so make sure they aren't attacked. So what we'll really want to do is attack the gates and then use our aerial units to kind of hold people off. There aren't any strongholds to be liberated, but they can still be healed, but they can't regroup. Oh, interesting. Maybe that's just like a healing spot then. Huh. Okay. Well, let's go give this a shot. We do have aerial units. That's why making some flyers is extremely helpful. A legion cannot enter strongholds. You'd like to use a unit from a legion? Oh, don't worry, I've disbanded the legion. Just concentrate on the battle. I never use legions anyway. I know they were brought in for this game, and I'm sure that they are cool if you use them correctly, but I have never found legions to be actually useful. We cannot exceed the time limit. Interesting. That actually puts a damper on things, because normally I take these sort of things very, very slow and methodical. But we're not going to be able to do that today. Okay. Well, that's neat. All of our people are around the same level, so I'm not that concerned. We do want our flyers out, most definitely. And then I think we just want to get some really tanky people out here, because we're going to want to move pretty quick. So anyone with a healer in the party is going to be preferred over those who don't have a healer in the party. That's how we're basically going to do this. And then we're just kind of left with these guys. I mean, frankly, I still just prefer Shirley and Gilbert over Paul. And I'm pretty sure that is all the units we can dispatch. No! Okay, never mind. I was trying to take things easy because I thought we were limited in the number of remaining people we could dispatch, but I was mistaken. Okay, cool. Well, there are a few items we're going to want to get. One is right here. If I select this, Central Plaza. Okay, I think that's just a healing spot. But there's an item here that we want to get. There's an item right here that we're going to want to get, probably with a flyer. And there's an item like up over here that we're going to want to get. But our main goal is just to take the actual fort. So that's what we're going to work on. So let us start sending people. I guess we'll send you this way. Can I have you, like... They say they'll automatically attack the castle gate if I get close to it, so I guess I'll trust that. Yeah, okay, sure. Oh, let's just have everyone go take down these castle gates. We'll send Leah over here as well. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of pausing, I think, in order to do this correctly. Ankaseth we'll send to this side as well, just because we've got a lot of firepower on the other side. And then Shirley over here, I guess. Shirley's going to the Barrens. That's not what I want. Shirley, go take out that gate. There we go. And then we'll send Gilbert over here. And I guess we'll send Paul over there too. We're just gonna really try and destroy these gates. All right, and then Margaret, we're gonna have you fly over the wall. Interesting that everything counts as barrens here, other than the roads, I guess. And Ramberdy, we're also gonna have you fly over the wall. Okay, let's see what we end up fighting. So we've got a couple paladins. All right. Nothing particularly dangerous with those paladins. We'll just keep pushing them back until they get pushed into their own walls and die. So, not terribly concerned about that. Oh, and you can actually just cross the barrens because you're good at that, so that'll work. And then we'll cross into here just to see what we can counter. And we get our first item, the Thunder Chain. Nice. Which I think might be the only way to get a Thunder Chain other than... Okay, and we found the rest of them. So we have a number of Saturoses now. Hogan, that leader will die almost instantly. Killick, that leader will die almost instantly. Well, actually, no, it'll be defended a little bit. Another Saturos. Our Siren. That's a very weak group, okay. Cookie over here is going to die very swiftly. Orwell could be annoying to fight. We might not actually end up taking out Orwell. And finally, we've got Albert defending the gate, but that leader will also die pretty easily. All right, well, let's take out Hogan. The leader here will die very easily, but the enemies might end up doing quite a bit of damage. I think I've got everyone set to attack leader, but figure it's worth checking. Actually, yeah, there goes the leader right away. Okay, good guard. Good guard. We like that. We're a big fan of that. We do a lot of damage, but these guys also have the potential to do a lot of damage to me. In fact, I think I'd rather retreat here rather than just take 4 more hits. Because now this enemy group will start running away. We might end up encountering them with our other group as well, but honestly, that's fine. Alright, we're probably not going to kill the leader here. Oh, we're definitely not going to kill the leader here. Okay. That miss was very helpful. Ow. Not quite. There we go. But what if I use a Pedra? This is probably a mistake. I'm probably greeting too much. No, not quite. Okay. We did win, probably only because of the Pedra. I think I'm going to need to heal immediately. Yes. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to switch our formation. and we're going to bring Gilbert over on this side so that our friend does not get continuously paralyzed, and then we're just going to heal him. I could have just switched them, and they probably would have been... Actually, no, he still probably would have died if I had just switched them. Okay. I should probably direct one of my guys to start going after Norton over here. So I will have Margaret start targeting Norton, and I'll have Ramberdy see if you can clean up these guys. And then depending on how Gilbert does here, we may need to retreat. It would be very nice if I can just take out their leader at the very least. And that literally might be all we managed to accomplish in this fight, other than killing that one other knight. Okay, we're not taking much damage. Okay, cool. They're getting a lot of misses. I think we might be a higher level than these guys, which helps. It helps a lot. Okay. So yeah, we can just finish taking them out here. We do not have a lot of time in this place, which is my primary concern. Alright. Unfortunately, I think the witch will go before Gilbert, so I won't be able to just take him out with Gilbert. Yeah. But we do get him taken out here. And now the only thing that can do damage to me is that single knight, which they're not going to accomplish much. So Gilbert can just finish wiping out this enemy this unit here without a whole lot of trouble. And then start working on the wall. There we go. That doesn't really matter that much because I still have two other attackers. It is so ironic having a Holy Whip on my Beastmaster. Alright, they will need a little bit more experience to go up a level, probably 1 kill. So I won't pull them back right away. And we get a Kusanagi for that, which is hilarious because that's one of the items that we can find here. Alright, so now you're working on the gate. We'll have you work on taking out the boss, which you're going to have to work your way towards. Although, never mind, you have now opened a path. Alright, cool. Now, Satros does do some pretty heavy magic from the back row, so I expect that we'll probably take some damage here. See if we don't go to sleep. Okay, good. Oh. You know what? I thought that was a lot worse. I thought he did, like, tier 2 magic, but... Okay. Never mind. I thought that was a lot worse. No, I didn't quite get it off in time. I was going to see if I could use a Pedra to just take out some more of them. Which I could have, but I didn't get the attack off in time. Okay. So... I think I'm going to have Ramberdy actually start targeting this guy. And you camp. Okay, there's one gate down. Magnus going for Shaban. Now, we can retreat if we need to in this fight. I should actually double check and make sure... Yeah, we are on target leader. Okay, so this leader will go down very quickly. We can retreat if we need to in this fight, but I don't predict that that will really be a problem here. Also, we have Annihilation, so... yeah. I'm going to put in a field pause just because I have... I want to direct some units after this fight. We might one round this entire thing. We don't have another magic attack off, but we do have 2 more hits from our front line. So as long as they don't get blocked or miss, yeah, cool. All right. So now they're halfway to a level as well. That's cool. We dig that. All right. Can I... There we go. Okay. So, Gilbert, we now have people walking in on you. So go target Annette here. No, I don't think I want you to target Annette. I think I want you to go target this guy. And then we're going to have everyone else over here just start working towards the central plaza. Actually, I might just have Gilbert also walk towards the central plaza, because that will end up with a lot of enemies going his direction in any circumstance. Okay. And Ramberty, how about you actually just turn around and fight Hogan? And you break camp and keep going after Norton. Okay, you guys are going to proceed to demolish the gate. And, alright, we're fighting Norton. I think we'll be able to finish them here. Depends on how the sleep and mist luck it goes with those gremlins, which so far is going great. They resisted. Let's see how the sleep luck goes here. Damn. Okay, well. Alright. So we take them out. Cool. That works. And we're not terribly damaged. So, pretty happy about that. Okay, we get a Shield of New. That's interesting. Alright. Let's re-angle ourselves here. We're going to have you cut this guy off. Little dangerous, but it should be fine. And then Magnus, start coming for the stronghold. Dio, start coming for the stronghold. And Shirley, start coming for the stronghold. Alright, and let's see what happens here. Kind of figured that this would be the case. I think we only need 1 kill, so we'll see if we can get 1 kill without taking too much damage here. Our attacks are going to be pretty spread because we don't have any sort of concentration. Ow. Actually, I can change that. Let's just target the weakest, which I guess is that guy. I figured it would be one of the archers, but sure. I don't want to risk this. Depending on what happened there, I could have lost one of my Cerberuses. I didn't want to risk it. Gilbert, what do you actually need to go up a level? You need 7 XP. Sure, we'll just use a heal seed. I don't think having Gilbert in a different position will really change much. And we'll definitely get a kill here. We'll probably get more than 1 kill. We would have absolutely gotten a kill if we had just left things alone, but I was not confident that I wouldn't lose one of my Cerberuses. Alright, now we can retreat. We go up our level. And we're just going to pull Gilbert back. Let other people do stuff. Alright, Gilbert. Come back to Stronghold and defend it. And Leah. Kill her. Let's see, who do I want actually dealing with you over here? Preferably someone who can do a lot of holy damage, which... You know what, Dio, you do not fit that bill, but you can just eradicate this guy. So that'll work. We're going to side attack. Interesting. This is probably one of the better orientations we could be fighting this guy, actually. Damn, I was really hoping he wouldn't resist that gremlin in the front, because then I might have been able to take him out there, and then we would have had more people to be able to target the leader in the back. But, oh well. Alright, so that's all of our attacks we can do, so we're just going to retreat so we don't take extra damage. Because it doesn't really matter. And then we're just going to have you camp to regenerate a little bit. Gilbert, get out of there. Leah, get in there. Thank you. Okay, cool. And Leah can absolutely wipe the floor with these guys. That I am not concerned about. I think I probably have you on attack leader, but let's make sure. Yes. Alright, we get an atmosphere. Perfect. Oh my god, yeah, that is great. That is excellent. Alright, leader is dead. I don't think we actually take out the full unit because of this. If we do an atmosphere, we don't. Yeah, I don't think we actually get the full unit taken out here. Wild. Okay, well. Is what it is. Alright. How much experience did you need still? Oh, barely any. Okay. So rather than camp, we're going to have you break camp, and we're going to have you come take out this guy. And then Leah, we're having you change and come to Stronghold instead. And then Ramberdy, how tired are you? Very. Just go ahead and camp. Alright, we've got Archer versus Archer. Well, our Archer is actually defended and yours isn't, so... Oh, wow, yeah, okay. That was a lot there. Alright, they might get both of them. Oh, okay. No, they're gonna double target the leader. I mean, not the worst decision, but... we might take out the goblin. I don't think we'll get either of the gremlins taken out here, unless... You know what? I might as well use the Pedras. Unless I'm planning to run away, I should just use the Pedras here. It speeds things up. Because, you know, we actually have a time limit here, so if I actually want to be killing all of the enemies, I should be using Pedras. I don't know why you're so far ahead of everyone, but I guess it's fine. Alright, Magnus versus Orwell. Not who I expected, but it's fine. Yeah, we're not going to take a whole lot. We're really not going to take much damage from anyone except for the Archmage in the back. But we have our own Archmage. I don't think we actually finished these guys. Not without using a Pedra. Actually, no, never mind. Yes, we do. Yeah, never mind. We're fine. I was looking at how much damage the Archmage had, like, how much health he had left, going, oh man, you know, I don't think my Book of Annihilation will do that much damage. Kind of forgot that all I had to do was clear a path, frankly. So yeah, we're fine. Well, Magnus is now up a level. So I'm gonna have Magnus... Oh, I'll just have him camp, actually. That'll do. And then Dio... Go after Killick. Okay. Well, Light'll get even more experience. It really is just becoming first come, first serve here, to be perfectly honest with you. We'll definitely take out the boss here. We might... I mean, there are good odds that we'll take out a gremlin or two as well. Alright, we no longer have a healer. But frankly, these guys aren't going to do a whole hell of a lot of damage to me anyway, so I'm not that concerned about it. Alright. Okay. Do we get to have an archer? Potentially. Yes, we do. Neat. I'm gonna go ahead and just use a Pedra again. Let's do the Pedra of Water, I guess. These guys are pretty magic resistant, so this is kind of wasteful. But, like, whatever. Alright, well, we got one dead. Oh, 1 HP. Really? Damn. So close. But that's fine. Alright. I was checking to see how much experience you still needed. Ramberdy. Go ahead and break camp. And kill this guy. Actually, Lytle, how much experience do you still need? Quite a bit. How about you just go finish this guy off? You also are... Yeah, okay. Okay, and Dio will finish off Killick. Oh yeah. This... They don't stand a chance here. As soon as our Lich attacks, they are done. Here we go. Now, there is still one more book, I think, of, like, Draconian magic. I think it's Tempest. I don't remember where we get it. I think we can also get another Book of Meteor somewhere. Again, I don't remember where. So we can get some more really high-tier magic somewhere. I just don't remember where. It'll come up when it comes up. So I'm not that worried about finding it, frankly. Okay. Dio, how much experience do you still need, buddy? Can't imagine it's a lot. We get an Ice Chain for that. Nice. Dio, move up into, like, here. Because there should be an item to get. And then move over there. Alright. Ramberdy can finish these guys off. I'm just having Ramberdy do it because they're literally right here. We'll get powered down a little bit, but that doesn't really matter that much. all we have to do is land hits, which our magic will land. There we go. Yeah, our alignment will go up a little bit, but whatever. Alright. We get a Peregrine mail for that. Nice. Let's have you come over here. Dio, I didn't actually check how much experience you still need. Oh, you had not gotten in any fights yet. Okay, never mind. There we go. We get a Shield of New, which prevents, or it shields against lightning damage, which should be pretty helpful. Margaret, yeah, you are extremely tired. Annette's not going anywhere, so I'm not that worried about it. We have until 1900. Time is moving very slowly here, which is helpful. Who else do we want to try and get some levels on? Leah is probably the next closest. Actually, Dio. We'll have Dio take out this guy, because that'll probably get him up his level. And then Lytle. How close were you again? About as close as Dio. Okay. Alright, we've got more enemies spawning in. Fair enough. We have Ning, who will die. So Lytle, just change target. Okay. And then we've got Maya, the Siren, who really isn't going to take a whole heck of a lot either. We'll just have Dio go for you. And Magnus, because you are one of the few people I don't want getting experience, we're actually going to have you move down over here. Okay. So Ramberty, yeah, okay, so that's just a rest location where you can actually recover your HP. Fair enough. Alright, so we are a little hurt here, but we should be fine. They cannot put my my cleric to sleep. We're also tired. Our units are tired, so we have higher chance of getting guarded, less chance of being able to guard against attacks. But it didn't matter. Let's go ahead and use a Pedra of Wind. I have 2 more Pedras I can use. I might as well make use of them. Okay, so we're not quite going to be able to take that guy out, which is unfortunate, but is what it is. Yeah, our units are getting tired. So I should probably just have her camp now that the leader's gone. Yeah, let's just have you camp. Alright, we're gonna have to have Shirley fight you instead, even though you're tired. If we can take out the leader, which we probably will, then we should be fine. And we can always retreat if we start taking a good amount of damage. Actually, yes, there we go. We take out the leader. Not a problem. And we paralyze, so our leader is not going to get attacked. Cool. We do some added damage. We poke. Preemptively put this in, and we'll just have you retreat so that we don't take any damage, because it doesn't really matter. We took out the leader, and that's what actually mattered there. So now we can just have Maya, or no, not Maya. We can have, oh my god, come on. We can have Shirley just go to the fountain. And we'll also have Dio actually just go kill this guy. And Dio, how about you camp, because you're gonna need to anyway. Oh, cool, she's stuck on a house. That's hilarious. Okay, Gilbert will defend our encampment. Have you actually face the enemy. All right, Magnus. We will go ahead and have you camp. And our campers, like Margaret, can break camp and go kill this one remaining enemy. Okay. Let's see, we've got Cookie over here. That might not be enough for... Oh, that will be enough. That'll be enough for Lytle. Okay. So, Lytle, turn around. There we go. Go finish off Cookie. All right. Leah. Oh, the rest... You guys are actually still pretty tired. I should at least let you stop being tired. All right, we'll finish you off. There we go. Now you're up a level. Perfect. We didn't get anything for that, but whatever. Let's see, that last item that we want to get is like right over here-ish. So we're just gonna have you like fly up here. So you can go get that item for me later. Leah, how about we have you come kill Ning? Yeah, that'll work. Yep, and then we'll have you break camp. How much experience do you still need? Quite a bit. Okay. And we're gonna start sending people off to the castle gate, because that's where all the enemies are grouped up anyway. I think we'll probably need to kill both of these guys. And I mean, we're not going to be able to get away from doing it anyway, so... Okay, that was overkill. But whatever. It wasn't that much of an overkill, I don't think. I think we needed 18, something like that. Alright, so we're not going to really get anything for it, but that's okay. We'll just have you move down over there. And then Ankaseth. Here, we'll just actually have you all directed to go kill Hogan. Except for Ramberty, who's going to move over here. We'll actually have you come over here as well. And Shirley, I guess go kill Hogan. Paul, I guess go kill Hogan. Because this will actually get them at the gate. They're going to have to kill all these enemies to get there anyway. Magnus, how about you actually just go to the stronghold? I think I've already directed you to do this, but go kill Hogan. Leah's moving to go kill Hogan. We'll have you actually just go to the stronghold as well. And we'll have you just go to the stronghold as well. Cool. That'll work. All right. Let's see who ends up fighting first. Looks like it'll be Shirley. All right. So we definitely kill the boss here. Question then just becomes how much damage we take in the meantime. We're not going to be able to take out either of the ogres, but we might not take any damage. Cool. Alright, there goes the boss. I'm going to preemptively put this in. Let's see if we paralyze him. No? Okay, then we're going to retreat just so that we don't take the damage. She'll keep going for these guys anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, Ankaseth's up next. Oh, that's right. Ankaseth has a little bit of experience in his group as well. I don't know how much. Not that it'll really matter much, because I can't tell them to do anything other than kill right now, so... They might finish these guys off before I get a chance to tell them otherwise. What? Oh, I never got you a better book. Maybe Ankaseth's group didn't get to attack. I must be thinking of a different lich. Not bad. Alright, well. I guess we'll just have you finish this guy off, because why not? That was a lot of experience. Okay, we'll take that. Got a Helm of Thunderclap? That's different. Okay. Ankaseth, how much experience do you need? Was that your first fight? It was your first fight here. Okay, I'm just losing my mind. I must have been thinking of a different group with a lich. Yeah, and Shirley doesn't have much experience either. Okay. No, I'm just losing it. Ramberty, you're about to fight someone I don't want you fighting. I want Leah fighting them so that they can get experience. I think Ankaseth is just gonna finish these guys off and go up a level. I think that's what's gonna end up happening here. Yes, thank you. Perfect. I was hoping you'd target that one. Alright, I'm gonna put in a field pause. I don't think it'll matter. But we're gonna try and have Ankaseth retreat after this. Because he should be up a level as well, I think. Yep, there we go. Alright. Ankaseth, if you can, let's have you come back over here. And Ramberty, can you, like, just... No. Can you just chill for a sec? Oh, Paul's gonna fight Hogan. Okay. Sure, we don't have Paul fight things very often, honestly. He was kind of just here. I threw him into the party because I almost never go down the path to get him, and I figured why not. I honestly would have just directed them to not even do this, but because I want to keep his alignment as neutral, but I couldn't tell him to stop from killing the ogre. So, oh well. Paul, I guess, will just have the honor of slaying ogres. Congratulations, Paul. You did it. You slayed the ogres. And now you are also halfway to a level. Paul, do you want to, like, take out this gate? Ankaseth is still coming down here. That's correct. Surely go before the gate. And Dio go before the gate. Alright, you guys are going to work on that gate. You guys are all going to chill. Leah's going to kill this guy and presumably go up a level. If not, it'll be very close. Like, close enough that I will just do a field training to do it. Darn. Was hoping we wouldn't get hit with the sleep there, but oh well. We probably won't finish them off in this round, actually. Oh, no, well, we'll get one of them. We won't finish off the whole group, but we will finish off that gremlin as well. Which I guess we'll see if this puts us up a level. Or if we need the one more fight against the goblin. We'll need the one more fight against the goblin. Okay, sure. Sure. That was the intended fight anyway, so... Alright. So, we have Baker, the Paladin. Honestly, not terribly frightening. And Thompson, the Enchanter, also not terribly frightening. Actually, yeah, these guys are all level 26. We are also level 26, so everything's about the level I would expect to be fighting at. So that's pretty neat. Surely you also target that guy, and I guess Paul... go target this guy. And Ramberty... Let's see, where was this item? It's like right here. So go to get that and then turn around and go kill that guy. Alright, Leah should be able to... Yeah, Leah will definitely go up a level here. And will be fully healed as well, because why not? I'm very glad that they now actually do this atmosphere attack. I like atmosphere. It's just a neat spell. I know these guys are technically stronger in other positions, but it's just a neat spell. I like using it. Combo magic in this game is really cool. I like any game that lets you do combo magic, actually. Alright, so Leah, you are now done as well. By done, I mean up a level. Alright, let's keep an eye on you guys. Shirley's gonna get side attacked. Fine. I mean, not fine, but... Ow. Ow. Don't go to sleep. Okay. Don't go to sleep. Okay. Let's see what this does. It did enough. It did enough to warrant getting another turn. Okay, never mind. Now we retreat. I don't like that our alignment went up there. Not sure why our alignment went up. Well, I guess we did kill a gremlin and maybe some goblins. Interesting. You still... Yeah, I should just give up on Shirley ever being anything other than high alignment. Dio. Kill this guy. Paul. Actually, just camp. I know it's weird to tell Paul to camp there, but golems don't sleep. And also won't take much damage in this fight. So all this does is make it so that Paul is asleep and not attacking. And frankly, he's not the heavy hitter in this group anyway. Alright, well, we'll get a kill. We'll get 2 kills. Surprising. And really close to a level, I think. Okay, maybe I redirect some people then. Because, yeah, Paul, you should be really close to a level now. You're close enough to a level that I'm not even going to have you fight here. I'm just going to have you go fight something in the wild, frankly. Dio, I guess target this unit instead. And Shirley, go kill this guy. All right. Dio should be able to wipe these guys. Like, the skeletons are kind of annoying because they'll just keep coming back up unless you kill them with holy magic. Or, like, holy element. Or wipe out the whole unit at the same time. But there's very good odds that we will do just that. Alright, that one's down. I think Dio gets an additional attack, and our Lich gets 3. So yeah, we wipe out this whole unit. So I might as well field pause, because Dio's gonna just turn around and go back to base after he wipes out this whole unit. Now what I could do... Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, what I could do is, after I kill this stone golem, not finish off the skeleton. That would cause the other skeleton to come back, and then I could have people go fight them again. But meh. Didn't seem terribly important. We get a Peridot sword, okay. So we'll have Dio return to Stronghold. You know what? I guess, Paul, we'll have you come up to, like, here. Then I'm also just going to have Magnus start working his way up. Ramberty is the one who's really going to need some experience. Yeah, Ramberty barely has any experience on him. I also don't know why he isn't just flying over the wall. Because I want you to come over here, and then I guess over this way? I don't know. Yeah, Dio, go ahead and go back to base. Shirley will go fight that guy. Yeah, Paul, you can just hang out. In fact, Paul, go ahead and take a nap. You don't really need a nap yet, so you're probably fine. And I didn't really mention it, but we've got Prince Amrius here, all by his lonesome. So that's interesting. Alright, cool. And we get another Kusanagi. So that's pretty sweet. We'll just have you fly up here. Alright, whole bunch of people here. Cool. Dio, just to make sure we've got people facing in different directions, can you face that way, please? Thank you. Alright, Magnus. We'll have you camp just because we can. Ramberty. Also, we'll have camp just because we can. Shirley should theoretically go up a level here. It'll be close if not. Like, close enough that I could do a random, just some neutral encounters to finish them off. Because there's only 3 people in Shirley's unit, they get a lot more experience. Granted, we're only killing 2 people, but they do get a lot more experience. Yep. Alright, cool. So the only people who have not hit 20, or have not gone up a level, is Ramberty and Paul. Paul needs 4 experience, so that'll probably be done by a neutral encounter. And Ramberty needs a lot, but I don't have any more units to clean up, so... And we still have 10 hours in our time limit, so that's pretty sweet. We're just going to have Magnus go ahead and go for Amrius here, because I like having Magnus be the one who goes and fights the boss. Usually there's new dialogue for that. Also, Magnus has all the Zenobians, almost all of the Zenobians in his party. This is the ultimate power. The legendary power is mine. I don't... No, that's not the ultimate power. Your brother has that. You are just lost to the infernal aura, yeah. How dare you mock me? I attained this formidable power without losing my will. This is the ultimate power. The blood of the chosen. That's the privilege of the royal family. I have fought like 12 different people who have this same ultimate power that you do. It's exactly the same, bro. Nah, you're just lost to the darkness like the rest of them, unfortunately. Now your brother, on the other hand, Yumel. Yumel's got some real ultimate power up his sleeve. And I'm honestly worried about the kid. Would like to see him again. I think we'll actually take Amrius out here in one round. That's kind of wild. I know he's all by himself, but... Okay, he did resist my magic, but we also still have a full another round of attack. Yep, there we go. Alright. So we killed a prince. I may have underestimated you. Well then, how about this? Oh, I don't like this. Ah. He's just summoning demons. Got it. To be fair, we have not seen anyone do that yet, so that is a different skill than we've seen from anyone else with this power. With the power of a god, even denizens of the netherworld heed my beckoning. Now, let's see how you do against this. I think I'll be fine. You're still completely unguarded, and, like, I could whittle down the rest of your troops, or I could just take you out and be done with this, this encounter. I think that's what I'm gonna go with. Oh my god, he has a Pedra. Oh my god, he has a Pedra. Well, two can play at that game, bitch. I didn't even get to use my Book of Meteor on him. Alright, well. Unfortunate. Really wish we would have survived that, but at the same time, it's fine. That means Saradin is going to be 17 experience low. Unless, of course, he doesn't come back. There is the possibility that he does not get revived properly here, and he comes back as, like, a zombie. That would be extremely unfortunate. And then I would have to consider whether I want to replay this whole mission to do something about that. Chances are low that that'll be the case, though. This is what I've heard from Saradin. I do not know of its validity, but I think I needed to tell you. We humans were given infinite potential by the Creator. I guess one's magic skill is a good example of this. Some people are more inclined than others, but everybody's capable of increasing the magical power that they wield. Saradin's master then thought, if humans have infinite potential, what is considered the height of human capability? Is there a limit to human ability? And at the end of his quest for answers, he discovered the seal that is put upon human ability. The Creator feared that humans could gain the power beyond gods, and he decided to seal this infinite potential. Sorry, the fact that sealing is coming up here just reminded me. There is a cool Easter egg in this game. If you name your character at the beginning of the game, I think it's Fire Seal. it actually opens into a completely different endgame scenario with a completely built army and everything. I do think it is a different... I don't think it's like the ending of this game. I think it's a different sort of ending, but it is kind of neat. When the seal breaks, they gain power above the ordinary humans, if they can withstand the infernal aura that is released from within. And the condition, where the person is dominated by infernal aura, is considered as falling to the way of the darkness. So they became dominated by the infernal aura as the power is released. I presume that momentary inattention, an incident that brings doubt into one's heart, becomes the catalyst for their fall into darkness. And when that takes place, we can do nothing to save them. Okay, so what they're trying to do is break the seal on their human potential, but most of them just fall straight into the infernal aura and succumb to it. But if you can master it, then you have then you have broken the seal on your potential. Saradin mentioned that those with the strong infernal aura break it as they draw out dark emotions from deep within a person's subconscious and lure him into the darkness. He said that the Empress of Zedagenia did just that. Most likely, Latium is home to such beings. Those with strong infernal aura? High-ranking denizens, enigma of the netherworld. The chaos, uncertainty, and fear that envelops Platinus, they are more than enough to drag people into the darkness. Well, what should we do? Should we cross the Blaliska River and march on the capital where King Procus and the denizens of the netherworld wait? Or should we first liberate our fellow countrymen? We can only choose one. All right. And as he said, we now have a choice. We can go to Patia, the secluded land, or we can go to the Blue Basila. But first, I want to make sure... Okay, so Saradin is dead on this screen, but he's not back as a zombie. So at least there's that, so we can just use an altar of resurrection on him. And he's fine now. It's fine. Alright, cool. Well, that was neat. We did get a few new items, so let's check people's equipment. I don't think there's anything major that we're gonna really change here. We could go to the Daneslave. No. Iceblade. Yeah, I think we're probably going to stick with what we've got. Could go to the Rune Plate. Don't really care that much. Okay. We can go to the Kusanagi, but frankly, the Yugiri is better. Yeah, I don't think we're changing anything here. We might as well just stick with the Phoenix Mail. Likewise, we cannot change your equipment, and I don't think... Well, we could switch you to the Rune Plate instead. That might not be the worst thing to do. Let's see. The Chattel Hog's really good. Yeah, I did not expect that we would want to switch it, frankly. We could give you even more defense, and we've got the Helm of Thunderclap now, which is just pretty cool. I'm pretty sure it reduces damage from electric. Let's see, we are primarily using you as a physical attacker, but I don't think any of these are particularly better. I think I will give you the Rune Plate. Alright. I don't think we're changing any of the spears. I kind of like having you two with these particular spears. Alright. And I don't think we're really changing much anywhere else, frankly. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I think that's about it then. I think everyone's pretty good. Could give you the bow of Thunderbolt instead. Might as well. Oh yeah, we did get... Actually, never mind. We didn't really get that much. I think we got... Nothing particularly interesting. Okay, cool. Well, I guess we'll stick with what we've got. Oh, we do have a Celestial Veil. That's interesting. It lowers his agility slightly, but it does increase all of his defenses, so I guess we'll go with it. Likewise, we might as well give you the Helm of Thunderclap, because I'm not giving it to anyone else. We've got Balder armor on you. Is better... Do we... No. Okay. And you're just on Balder Mail. We do have the Peregrine Mail. It decreases your damage a little bit, but it does increase your defense. So I think we should probably go with that. Likewise, I can do Thunder Chains and Ice Chains here. Alright, cool. Well, I think that will probably do then. I guess I'll do a real quick check. I don't think it's going to be the case. But I'll do a very quick check to see if there was anything cool to be trying to fight here in Romulus. No, not really. You can fight cockatrices and pinnacuses, which do have some good drops. You can also get Balder Golems here if you've not gotten one already, but not terribly exciting. So in our next episode, we have Tia. I'm going to assume the P is silent here. We can go to Tia, the Secluded Land, or we can go to Blue Basila. I can speak, I swear. But that'll do for today. I will try not to spend 4 months between recording the next episode. Again, sorry about that. It took a lot longer to get back to recording than I thought I would. But I will see you guys in the next episode of Ogre Battle 64.